I've been building this list in my head for a while now, and I figured it's time to actually put it on camera. This is not a best Vacheron Constantin watches of 2026 video. It's not a market analysis. It's my personal wish list. 7 specific references that I want to own, the reasons behind each one, and in some cases, the reasons I haven't bought them yet, because a few of these I'm waiting on deliberately, and I want to explain exactly why. Some of them I would buy tomorrow if I could get them at retail. Some of them I'm watching the secondary market on, waiting for just the right moment. And a couple of them I'm honest with myself about. I want them, but I also know what I'm getting into. Number 7, Vacheron Constantin FiftySix Self-Winding. Reference 4600E. I'm going to be completely honest about this one. This is the watch that started my Vacheron obsession. Most people walk past the 56 because they're chasing the Overseas, and I understand that. But the 56 does something the Overseas doesn't. It connects directly to 1956, to one of Vacheron's first automatic movements, to a design language that has never needed to shout. The silvered opaline dial, the applied indices, the 40mm case that wears beautifully under any cuff. In-house automatic movement, Geneva Seal certified. This is entry-level Vacheron, and it genuinely does not feel like entry-level anything. Retail around $22,000. Secondary market trades between $14,000 and $18,000. Meaningfully below retail right now. If I'm being honest, this is probably the first one I actually pull the trigger on. The price is right, the watch is right. I just need to stop overthinking it. Number 6, Vacheron Constantin Patrimony Ultra-Thin. Reference 81180. This one I keep coming back to when I think about what a dress watch should actually feel like to own. No complications, no date window, no bezel detail, just 40mm of 18-karat rose gold at roughly 8mm thick, disappearing on the wrist in a way that nothing else does. The caliber 1400 automatic inside is one of the thinnest movements Vacheron produces. Geneva Seal certified throughout. The ivory tone dial with applied baton indices is exactly what restraint looks like when a brand has nothing left to prove. Retail around $33,000. Secondary market trades close to retail, which tells you that the people who own this watch are not selling it. That is the signal I pay attention to. This is the watch I want for occasions when everything else feels like too much. And I genuinely believe that once it is on my wrist, I will wonder why I waited. Number 5, Vacheron Constantin Overseas Self-Winding Steel. Reference 4500V. This is the one that makes the most logical sense on this entire list. And logic is exactly why I haven't bought it yet. I want it for the right reasons. Not because it competes with the Royal Oak or the Nautilus. Not because it's the obvious choice for someone building a serious collection, but because it genuinely earns its place. The blue sunburst dial, the Maltese cross bezel, 3 interchangeable straps from the factory, steel bracelet, leather, rubber. The caliber 5100 automatic with 60 hours of power reserve, Geneva Seal certified. Water resistant to 150 meters, retail around $38,630. Secondary market trading between $26,000 and $55,000 depending on configuration. The 4500V is available. You can walk in and buy one. And somehow that availability makes me more deliberate about when I do. This watch deserves to be chosen, not just purchased. Number 4, Vacheron Constantin Overseas Dual Time. Reference 7900V. I travel enough that a dual time zone complication is genuinely useful to me. Not aspirational. And this is the version of that complication that I want. Same 41mm overseas case, same quick change strap system, but now with a second time zone and a day-night indicator that makes the function immediately readable without any learning curve. The caliber 5110DT inside handles the dual time with 60 hours of power reserve, Geneva Seal certified, blue lacquer dial, applied indices. Everything reads cleanly despite the added complexity, which is the hardest thing to achieve in a complicated dress-adjacent watch. Retail around $40,000. Secondary market trading between $38,000 and $42,000, essentially flat to retail. That stability tells me the demand is genuine rather than speculative. I want one watch that I can wear in a meeting in New York and on a flight to Tokyo without switching. This is that watch. Number 3. Vacheron Constantin Overseas Chronograph, reference 5500V. This is the one I think about most seriously as a purchase because it fills a gap in my collection that nothing else quite reaches. A chronograph in the overseas case, the integrated bracelet, the Maltese cross bezel, all of it combined with a column wheel flyback chronograph complication that gives the watch genuine functionality beyond the aesthetics. The caliber 5200 inside is Vacheron's own manufactured chronograph movement. Geneva seal certified with 52 hours of power reserve. The integrated pushers sit flush with the case in a way that looks considered rather than bolted on. Retail around $47,000. Secondary market trading between $40,000 and $52,000. The spread reflects condition and configuration, but clean examples at the lower end represent something genuinely compelling. A manufacturer chronograph in one of the most elegant sports watch cases in production. I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but this one is close. Number 2, Vacheron Constantin Historiques American 1921. This one I want for the story as much as the watch itself. Originally designed in 1921 as a driver's watch, the time display shifted towards the upper right corner of the cushion-shaped case so that the time could be read without turning the wrist off the steering wheel. That design decision made in 1921 is still visible in every detail of the modern recreation. The sandblasted dial, the small seconds at 4 o'clock, the manual winding, caliber 4400AS with 65 hours of power reserve, Geneva seal certified, limited production, retail around $65,000. Secondary market trading between $62,000 and $68,000. Close to retail because the people who own these are not selling. This is the watch that earns longer looks the more people know about it. And I want to own something that rewards knowledge rather than just recognition. I just need the right moment to commit to the price. Number 1. Vacheron Constantin Overseas Tourbillon Titanium, reference 6000V. And here we are at the top of my list. A tourbillon in a sports watch in titanium at just 10.39 millimeters thick. That combination barely exists anywhere else in watchmaking. The caliber 2160 is an automatic ultra-thin tourbillon. The rotating cage visible at 6 o'clock on the blue sunburst dial. 80 hours of power reserve. The peripheral rotor means nothing obstructs your view of the mechanism. 42.5 millimeter titanium case. Quick change strap system. Maltese cross bezel. Water resistant to 50 meters. Retail is approximately $118,000. Secondary market holds between $150,000 and $165,000. Trading above retail because genuine demand exists and production is limited. I want this watch because it is the version of the overseas that proves Vacheron operates at a completely different level than the conversation around them usually acknowledges. If I do buy this one, I am buying it to wear every single day, and I am completely at peace with that decision. 7 Vacheron Constantin watches, 1 I am probably buying soon, 2 I would buy pre-owned right now at current prices, 3 I am watching carefully, and 1 that I want badly enough that the price has almost stopped mattering. That is the honest state of my Vacheron wish list in 2026. Drop yours in the comments. I read all of them. Subscribe if you want to follow along when I actually start moving on these. I will see you in the next one.